Hi everyone, it's Catherine here from Inky Finger Cat, and I thought I would do a little journal flip through. So this journal I've been making out of mainly making cards, magazine, old papers, and the reason I was making it was because I was showing my lovely friend Helen, who does a lot of scrapbooking. I was showing her how to make a junk journal type of thing, but not using junk stuff. It's using like pattern papers and things that you have in your stash and book print and other bits and pieces. So I was doing that over online as a sort of like online crafting along session. But I'd already done mine using the kit that I'd got, that I'd given to her, which was the butterflies stuff. Which I think I've done. If I've not done a flip through, I will now record one and make sure that that goes live before this one. Anyway, I'd already used my kit, so I didn't want two journals that were exactly the same, having already got two journals that look fairly similar. So I went through my stash, grabbed a paper kit from Making Cards magazine, which is these beautiful tulips, nice bright colours. Thought, right, well, I'll do mine using this. All the same techniques, I've just changed the size up. So if I just grab my butterfly one, she says, dropping everything else off the shelf. So I've got two butterfly ones. One is my original one, which is my Brave the Shave journey, and this one is the one that I made during the craft along session. So this was the original size that we did, and we did it with all sorts of papers that were from the Butterfly Brilliance set, with obviously butterfly themes, but there was also things like colouring pages and random bits and pieces in there. Anyway, that was the original. I've now done this little one. I think I'm going to do, if I can find all my old photographs from when I went to Amsterdam many years ago, I might do an Amsterdam journal. If I can't find those, then it might be trips to the Cotswolds that we did last year. Might do that instead. Or I could do the pictures that we took when we went to Dunham Massey. I think it might be. This might be my Dunham Massey day trip little mini book. Might be that. Anyway, not butterflies, tulip themed. So I thought I'd do a quick flip through. So I've just done a little collage element on the front, and then this is a doily that I've had these doilies in my stash for a long time. Green spotty doily, and I thought, wow, that works really well. Little bits of the pattern paper, another doily, and some book print and some washi. Because it's not got a title yet, so obviously this isn't a finished journal, as in I've not finished using it. It's just how it's been set up so far. So this one here, I've been doing these lovely, like using book print and sewing it and making a collage and cutting it up. So I've got my tags. There's quite a few of those sort of dotted throughout. I was doing these little folded pockets, so that you slip your little tags in. And again, just adding some elements. Now, most of the time I have used the Speckled Egg Distress Oxide, which actually my lovely friend Helen gifted to me. She'd ended up with two for some reason. So she gifted me her speckled egg. So that's mainly what's in the background. So I've used a mixture of different book prints. So there's things that are either from a map or like a map reference, or there's some Shakespeare, there's some various bits and pieces of other things in there. So again, using the doily to create some borders. I've also created pockets in quite a few of the pages. So the papers, as I say, were from the Making Cards magazine, and I absolutely love them. So they come with these focal images, and I've still got some that I've not yet used, so I'm going to make sure that these are kept with the journal, because I might add in some more decorative pages when I've finished adding my pictures. Again, I've used this washi, so I've either used the music or the alpha, like an alphabet washi, but all the way through I've kept to the same two washes, and just added that. Again, I'll keep them with the journal so that I make sure that I use the same ones when I add my photographs. Sometimes I've added some sort of like decorative elements. Sometimes I've used the punch, which is a really old Martha Stewart punch. It's one of the only edge punches that I've kept because I still love it. I've tried to add sewing in quite a few places as well. So where I've added a collage element like this, I've just added a little bit of sewing so that these tags sort of make sense as well. So I'm going to try and make sure that when I add my photographs again, I'm going to keep adding in the sewing with the black thread, just because I think that then you've got some consistency going throughout. I've got a few sort of like pull down pages. And I love this because they're different colours, but obviously with it being the same theme and the same kind of paper, it doesn't matter that they're different colours, it works throughout the whole thing. Again, some more collage elements. I only used one stencil. So in this case, I actually added the, let me just bear with me, I think it was picked raspberry. But I used the same stencil throughout, so again, it wasn't too many different patterns being added in. On this one, I actually used a yellow thread to bind it. Obviously, because I've covered the outside, you can't see the outside of it. I like sometimes to either have the thread exposed or sometimes I cover it up. Little tip-in pages. Some of them are still half pages. It might be that I end up adding a piece of paper behind that in order to turn it into something that isn't a half page, or I might just leave it as such. I'm not quite sure yet. So this is one of those around the corner type pockets. I've actually stuck that down as an image, but there is enough room for you to be able to slot another tag in there. I've got more of these little tags that fit perfectly in these little pockets here without them going over the page. I've not yet chosen a ribbon that I might use to go throughout it. That's not yet happened. So let me just slot those back in there because I don't want to lose them. Again, more pockets created on a couple of the pages, but again, I'm using this washi tape throughout. Particularly like it when I've done this. So what I've done is actually combined a couple of the pages together where they're quite fragile papers and glued them down, but then added more of the pattern papers and the focal images on. Again, just a plain pocket. Might be able to create a larger tag at some point to go in here. This is a nice sort of like wider page, but again I've added that focal image in, a few bits of collage and just the washi tape to accent. And the final one needs a couple of the tags going in, but again the tags will fit into here. Again, sewing and then another focal image for the back. So I thought you'd enjoy seeing a little flip through of my little tulips journal. I will show you again once I've managed to actually finish off pages and put some in with some photographs and the journaling. So until next time, oh, if you did enjoy that, please do give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and drop me a comment below. Do you make journals without really having a theme in mind as to what you're going to put them in? And how would you use this journal? Would you do something that's documenting perhaps a trip to a gardens, National Trust property type thing, which is what I'm now thinking might be, or would you use it to document something for a holiday? And until next time, bye bye.